Stonehenge, a name that echoes through the corridors of time. Nestled in the vast rolling fields of Salisbury Plain in England, these massive stones rise like sentinels. They have stood silently for over 5,000 years, witnessing the rise and fall of civilizations, wars, storms, and centuries of human history. Travelers and scholars from around the world have gazed upon them in awe for generations. They have asked the same haunting questions, repeated through the ages. Who built these enormous stones? Why were they constructed with such effort? And how were they transported and erected without the aid of modern technology? Stonehenge is divided into two main groups of stones. The larger sarsen stones, each weighing up to 25 tons, form the iconic outer ring. The smaller bluestones, weighing several tons, form the inner circle. The sarsen stones were quarried approximately 20 miles from the site. However, the bluestones tell an even more incredible story. They were transported from the Preseli Hills in Wales, over 150 miles away. Imagine thousands of years ago, people moving stones heavier than modern trucks, using only sheer manpower, ingenuity, and determination. Some researchers believe they used wooden sledges to drag the stones across the land. Others propose the stones were rolled on logs as primitive wheels. Some experiments suggest that ancient engineers floated the stones on rafts across rivers. Tracks greased with animal fat might have made the transport easier. Regardless of the method, the coordination, planning, and effort required is mind-boggling. But moving the stones was just the beginning of the challenge. Raising them upright and placing horizontal lintels on top required immense skill and intelligence. The builders carved precise joints into the stones, like massive pieces of carpentry, so that they would lock together. This demonstrates that the people who built Stonehenge possessed not only strength but extraordinary knowledge and technical expertise. And the arrangement of the stones was no random design. Stonehenge aligns with celestial events, revealing an advanced understanding of astronomy. During the summer solstice, the sun rises directly over the heel stone. Its golden rays shine straight into the heart of the monument, illuminating the central altar. During the winter solstice, the sun sets perfectly between the great stones, marking the shortest day of the year. This indicates that the builders were sophisticated observers of the heavens. They tracked the sun's movement and the changing seasons. Stonehenge functioned as an ancient solar calendar, providing vital information to the surrounding communities. For farmers, this was a matter of survival, guiding them on when to plant and when to harvest. They also had to know when to prepare for the harsh winter months. Some scholars suggest that Stonehenge was also aligned to lunar cycles. These alignments may have allowed ancient astronomers to predict eclipses, an extraordinary feat without telescopes or written records. Imagine standing within this circle thousands of years ago, witnessing the sun and moon align perfectly with these massive stones. It would have felt as though the earth itself was speaking, communicating through rock and sky. Stonehenge, however, was more than a calendar. It was a sacred site of life, death, and ritual. Archaeologists have uncovered hundreds of human remains in and around the monument. Some were cremated and placed carefully within the circle. Others were buried in elaborate graves nearby, suggesting their importance as leaders, priests, or healers. Stonehenge thus functioned as a burial ground for the elite, linking the living with the dead. It may have been a place to honor ancestors, appease spirits, or commune with the divine. Bones discovered in the area show signs of disease and injury, indicating that people might have come seeking healing. The bluestones themselves were believed to possess magical or curative powers. Ancient legends from Wales speak of stones that could heal sickness and bring spiritual blessings. People traveled long distances to access these stones, turning Stonehenge into a sanctuary, a place of hope, and a center of spiritual pilgrimage. The surrounding landscape further reveals the complexity of this site. Ground-penetrating radar has identified hidden pits, wooden post holes, and ceremonial avenues. Archaeologists have also discovered massive wooden circles, such as the nearby Woodhenge, complementing the stone arrangement. At Durrington Walls, evidence of a sprawling settlement has been unearthed. Thousands of people may have lived there during Stonehenge's construction. It was likely the largest village in northern Europe at the time, bustling with activity, feasting, and social gatherings. Animal bones indicate large-scale feasting events, with cattle, pigs, and other livestock prepared to feed the masses. Stonehenge was not a solitary monument in a field. It was the centerpiece of a dynamic ceremonial landscape. On the solstices, people may have walked along processional routes, carrying torches, singing chants, and offering gifts. At sunrise or sunset, they would witness the celestial alignments in awe. This must have created a profound sense of connection among people to their ancestors and to the universe itself. DNA analysis has shown that not all individuals buried at Stonehenge were local. Some originated from distant parts of Britain. Others came from across Europe, revealing Stonehenge as an international pilgrimage site. People journeyed hundreds of miles for ritual, healing, or to witness its power. It was the spiritual heart of the ancient world, drawing diverse cultures together in reverence and celebration. But how did the builders possess such astronomical knowledge? Without telescopes, written records, or modern tools, they aligned the stones with incredible accuracy. This may have required generations of careful observation, passed down orally across communities. Some theorize that knowledge networks spanned regions of Europe, allowing ideas to travel across long distances. Other knowledge, however, has likely been lost to time. Legends further enrich the story of Stonehenge. Medieval tales claim the wizard Merlin magically transported the stones to Salisbury Plain. Other myths suggest giants carried them from faraway lands. While fantastical, these stories reveal the awe and reverence inspired by Stonehenge throughout history. Even today, people gather at the site during the solstices. Thousands stand silently, watching the first rays of the sun break through the stones, connecting past and present. Stonehenge is not just a monument. It is a living reminder of humanity's enduring fascination with the cosmos. It was built to honor life, death, and the cycles of nature, to celebrate human ingenuity, community, and spirituality. The stones have survived millennia of storms, wars, and human activity. Yet they remain a mystery, challenging our understanding of the past. Perhaps Stonehenge was never meant to be fully understood. Its purpose may have been to remind us of the vastness of the universe, to connect us with the divine, the ancestors, and one another. It stands as memory, ritual, and wonder carved into the earth. Even in silence, Stonehenge speaks to us. It tells a story of observation, planning, and devotion, of life and death intertwined, of humans reaching beyond their limitations. Stonehenge is not merely stone. It is history, mystery, and eternity etched into our world. Its legacy endures, inspiring awe in every generation. The monument teaches us about resilience, ingenuity, and the human desire to connect with something greater. Standing here today, we are reminded that we are part of a continuum, that those who came before us left lessons carved in rock, and that we, too, are capable of leaving lasting marks for future generations. The mystery of Stonehenge is timeless. Its stones endure as silent witnesses to human curiosity, ambition, and devotion. As the sun rises each solstice, it continues to draw people together, connecting earth, sky, and humanity in a spectacle that has lasted millennia. Stonehenge is a living monument, a testament to the power of human vision and perseverance. And even after thousands of years, it still challenges, inspires, and amazes all who stand before it. It reminds us that the past is never truly gone, that mystery, wonder, and knowledge endure through the ages. Stonehenge, a timeless symbol of human creativity, connection, and awe. A monument that has stood through the ages and will continue to do so for centuries to come. Its stones whisper stories of courage, belief, and the endless quest for understanding. And as long as people stand in its shadow, the legend of Stonehenge will live on. Its mystery remains, inviting each generation to ponder, explore, and marvel. For Stonehenge is more than a structure. It is a bridge between past and present, between humanity and the cosmos, between life, death, and the eternal rhythms of nature. It endures as a symbol of the human spirit, imagination, and reverence for the world around us. And perhaps that is the greatest wonder of all. Stonehenge speaks not only of who we were, but who we can be. It challenges us to dream, to explore, and to connect with the universe and each other. In its silence, it tells the story of thousands of years, of vision, labor, belief, and human achievement. Standing before Stonehenge today, we are reminded that even in ancient times, humans sought to understand the cosmos, to honor the dead, and to create lasting beauty. Its legacy will continue, timeless and unbroken, inspiring awe for generations yet to come. Stonehenge, eternal, mysterious, and magnificent.